Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Pattsun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/nuclear revenge, where OP got his abusive, cheating ex arrested. Let's begin. My dad cheated on my mom. Posted by Reddit user Amor Plastic.
My parents have been together for over 20 years and married for about 11, I believe. It's hard to accept that it's all over now. 4 months ago, my dad slept with one of his sister's closest friends. He continued to text her about all of his fights with my mom and all of the things he disliked about her. This led to a point where my mom found out about the texts, and he admitted to emotionally cheating on her. He said he loved the other girl, but my mom was suspicious he did more than just talk to her. This caused my brother and I to endure months long of fighting in the house between them. My mom would yell about how he didn't love her anymore, throw water on him, and threaten divorce because she felt he wasn't telling her the truth. In response, my dad would make it out like she was fussing over nothing. Last night, I found out my dad slept with her after being sat down by my parents to let us know that they're getting a divorce. I asked him if he regretted cheating, and he said he regretted the outcome. He said the other girl regretted doing it at all, and a large part of me wishes that guilt eats her alive because she knew he was married and had kids. The rest of the night was filled with my mom packing my dad's things and yelling about how he can sleep with anyone he wants. He still needs to pay the house bills, etc. And my dad yelling about how he knows he screwed up and he's frustrated with himself and how everyone he loves hates him right now. He kept telling my brother and I that he loved us, but I told him that he doesn't. If he did, he wouldn't have cheated because it hurt our entire family, not just my mother. As the night went on, I found myself feeling guilty for saying that to my own dad, but I can't help but feel angry and upset that he hurt all of us like this. Is there any advice on what to say or how to cope with this? He was supposed to leave last night, but this morning he came into my room to apologize again, say he loves me, and ask if I want to go buy fireworks with him. I can't even look him in the eye after knowing what he did.
OP, the other woman feels more guilt about it than your own father. That is saying a lot. For now, just be open and honest with both of your parents. Listen, young man, you have every right to be hurt, to be angry, to feel upset, but allow your mom some grace. Betrayal causes trauma. You shouldn't act as her therapist. That would be unfair to you, and it would be unfair to her. Just continue to be loving, kind, and supportive. Good luck, OP. And now for today's second story. My ex started abusing me again, so I ruined her college education. Posted by Reddit user Don't Call Me at 1 a.m. Drunk.
I met my ex-girlfriend Renee 4 years ago when we were 17 and 16 in specific. We were off and on because of her behavior and mine as well. It was toxic and we weren't best suited. I was untrusting and cold some days. She was always drinking and going out with other people and couldn't be bothered with me unless she had a bad day. She constantly went out drinking, sending explicit pics to other guys, having sex, and then blaming it on assault so I wouldn't freak out. And I handled it poorly by being strict and creating rules and being way too overprotective of her, which I can admit is my bad. But she always made me the source of her issues and blamed me for her parents hating her, her sister being mean to her, not having a social life. Even though I stopped her from suicide when I met her, helped her finish high school, and helped her get a scholarship to my local university. We finally broke up when she moved here for college from a few states away almost 2 years ago. When she at 19 started dating a minor behind my back. I went on with my life and she went on with hers. I met somebody and we had a perfectly healthy relationship, and she brought out the best in me and made me become a better person until a month ago when I lost her to complications in her life and she had to leave. I grieved as I needed and continued trying to do better like she always wanted for me. Flash forward a week ago when Renee and I ran into each other and started talking again. Told her how my life was going. She talked about hers. And we started being friends again. She knew I was grieving and at first was incredibly sympathetic, and I figured we could have a good friendship.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
After a day, she started comparing me to her new boyfriend and making fun of me for things I lacked, and would rub in my face how better he is at everything compared to me. The shoe dropped when she started rubbing in my face about having sex with him and how it must suck knowing I can't again with my ex. I'm fine with being insulted, but bringing her up knowing my pain pushed a line. I told her to knock it off and don't talk about it, and she proceeded to treat me like a client at her job. She helps mentally disabled people and knows I have a slight disability, and kept telling me that if I don't want to be talked to like that, then stop telling her what to do. She gets drunk one night and starts yelling at me about our relationship and all the issues she endured for being with me. I apologized and made my amends because I can agree I wasn't always the best. Never expected her to apologize for hers, but made clear how sorry I was for my part, as I know I wasn't always correct. And she finally went to bed. Next night she calls me at 1 a.m. She gets incredibly drunk, starts calling me names and saying I'm mean because she's bringing up sex with her BF, and how she's doing it while texting to me, and I get sick of it and tell her to go away. She makes comments she's gonna keep screwing him, to where I make a comment of that's nice, now if only he could satisfy, which brought her boyfriend into a rage and threatening to shoot me. And then Renee pipes up and says she should go find my ex and tell her how horrible I used to be and ruin everything. So if the day comes where she can come back, she will never want to see me again. Cue my nuclear revenge. They both were college students living in the dorm on scholarships. The college has a rule against alcohol and you will lose your scholarship if caught with it. So I contacted the police, gave them her dorm number, explained she's underage drinking, her boyfriend is supplying the alcohol, and she's currently having sex in the dorm with him. Police show up. Dorm roommates let them in, knock on the door, catch her drunk with all sorts of alcohol from over state lines. My state has a lesser alcohol rating, so stuff from the next state over is double in alcohol percentage, and catch them both obviously having sex while she's drunk. She ends up charged with underage drinking. He's charged with giving alcohol to a minor, and is looking at added sexual assault charges because he got her drunk and then screwed her while she's under the legal age. And both of their scholarships were lost and were expelled, and now both have to leave town, and they both live in entirely different states. She wants to make me feel lesser. Enjoy losing your education. Edit. Apologies for some of the poor writing. English isn't my first language, so I had to reword a few things with help from a dictionary. Update. I ended up talking with her roommate on campus. The assault charges didn't stick because she said it was consensual before drinking. I'm at least glad they check on stuff like that in case it is not. Her parents came down and grabbed her things with her and left. Her roommate didn't like the boyfriend anyways. She said because he was just an asshole to everybody but Renee. Didn't tell her it was me who called campus police, but I'm sure they know who called. Renee and her boyfriend are still together, just living back at home till they figure something out. To be fair, her boyfriend threatened physical harm to me, and she insulted me multiple times. At least on the bright side, he's too far away to hurt me now. Do I think I was nuclear on this? Yes. Do I feel bad? A little bit. I can definitely see the immaturity and people's comments and understand where I need to improve as a person. FAQ. How could police come in without there being justifiable cause? Answer. Campus has its own police department, and if there's anything that breaks dorm rules, the ARA has all dorm keys and can let them in. They've come in my ex's dorm for a roommate on suspicion of hiding alcohol, and they're permitted to search because they're on campus property. Question. Why would you even talk to her again? Not block her. Answer. I haven't seen her in over a year. I changed a lot since then. I felt she deserved the right to have a chance as well. She was really nice at first, but obviously I forgot who I was dealing with.
Oh, is that right? Well, I sure hope somebody picks up that phone, because I f***ing called it!
Losing somebody and the isolation from it and grieving didn't put me in the best place. I expected some hard feelings to work through. Not that. Question. Why would they even consider assault charges? Answer. Older guy gives girl under the legal age of alcohol consumption a mind-altering substance and has sex with her. Our campus has a problem with that. Question. How is 20 underage? Answer. Underage drinking is considered anybody under the age of 21 here.
OP. I'm glad that you at least got your revenge on that toxic cheating hoe, but you could have avoided all of this if you just didn't talk to her again in the first place. You could have avoided that bullet again. So tell me, OP.
Why didn't you dodge?
Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.